Sorry, Junket. You're a lovely man. Thanks for the resub. 2 months in a row. He says, let's do this, boys. I can only assume he means he wants me to kick him, so that's what I'm going to do. See you later, dude. Enjoy the stream. Ha! From the same perspective as everybody else. I think Lethamyr invited him, by the way, unless I misclicked. Alright, Athena. Can you stop saying hello? I've said hello to you once already. You don't need to be so needy. Everybody else comes in here and they say one hello and then they leave. But Athena, she just like, yo, I need my attention. Is it going to be a good okay, perfect server on the first try. Let's go. Hey, Leth versus Scrub. EU versus NA in the other order because I did those. Never mind. Does anybody know if they played more than 2 matches on Scrub stream? Because from what I saw, they played exactly 2. Scrub beamed Leth on EU, then Lethamyr managed to take down Scrub in OT on NA server. But this is going to be a best of 5. We're on Manfield, because Champions Field is still got that weird, no... Wait, is the server trash? Did it get back? Oh, the server's like... Yeah. The server just like... what do you call it? It pinged up for the, right there for Scrub Killa. That's like the worst thing. If your ping changes at all, that's honestly worse than having slightly higher average ping that's stable. So we're going to try and find a better one. We all saw. Anyway, I'm going to catch up on alerts after the game. And I know where I was because I was just saying thank you to King Spectre for being way too kind. He wanted to get rid of his silly red badge. And... one day maybe. Close one. Scrub might run with this. The other thing to consider here is Lethamyr's ping is also higher than it could be. He is East Coast, so 40 is not the best. Looks like Scrub's going to go with it though. 92 to 96, somewhere in between there, is about 6 higher than his absolute best East server. Way under 120 though, so we'll be looking to see if Scrub's ping is going to be stable. That really is the main thing for right now. And if I was to draw one thing to your guys' attention right from the beginning, it's going to be the difference in ball cam usage between these guys and also the difference in camera stiffness. Those of you who are very familiar with 1v1, familiar with turning on and off ball cam throughout your gameplay, and familiar with, messing about, with different camera settings, you guys will all have noticed that already. The Scrub is a bit more of a wobbly camera. Lethamyr's, if I recall correctly, is the solid 1 stiffness. So he's always fully erect on the camera and he will be making very, very sharp turns. A lot of people struggle with their aerial play because of that, but Lethamyr's not one of those. He's so on point with most of his aerials. Oh, good save by Scrub. And the boost steal as well. I call it a steal because he already had 100 to his name. But even though Lethamyr has a slight server advantage, I don't think that's going to dissuade Scrub Killa too much. I think that, in all honesty, stylistically, Scrub does counter Lethamyr. Lethamyr, a very, very counter-attack focused player, and although Scrub is sort of a counter-attacky player, he also is a bit better at bullying than Lethamyr is. What I mean by that is his physical game, the bumps, 50-50s, might outclass Lethamyr, especially from what I've seen from him earlier today. But diagonal kickoffs, funnily enough, and this is purely based on what I've seen on Scrub's stream before I started streaming, he's been causing Scrub some problems recently, and that's iconically the one that he used to win all the time, this diagonal kickoff. But as of late, this has been the one that's caused him the most problems, even against players like Jesse the Meme Pinkman. But once again, to reiterate, because I might have cut the intro to this match out of the eventual video for YouTube, there is no prize money for this. Both these guys already winners of the EU and NA 1v1 Invitationals respectively, already going home with $900 each. This is purely for pride, purely because we wanted to see this match, of course. I have seen Scrub vs Lethamyr once before, if I remember correctly, and I think this Scrub might have taken it, but it was certainly close. Certainly close. If it weren't for the vastly different camera settings and use of ball cam, their playstyles are honestly not that different. Neither of them afraid to go off the wall, neither of them afraid to go for air dribbles, neither of them afraid to go for aerials, which is something that a lot of other players are afraid of in 1v1s. But both of these guys predominantly want to rely on their shadowing and defense, their reactive goalkeeping, and solid counterattacks. So we will be looking to see that from both of them. But which one of them is going to be more brave and take the ball off walls more often has yet to be seen. As of right now though, Scrub up by 3. Lethamyr almost got his second goal by taking a off the wall aerial. And just look at the subtle difference in camera settings. Lethamyr slightly higher there, slightly further back. He's able to rely on his ball cam to see over the top of the ball and be able to see what Scrub is doing. Scrub, on the other hand, with this low angle, he is very easily able to work out what line he needs to take to win a 50-50, but seeing over the top of the ball is a bit more difficult. That's why we see him turning off ball cam a lot more to try and see round it, and that goes hand in hand with having a bit less stiffness on the camera, because he wants to be able to wiggle it around the ball by shaking left and right. Purely preference on the camera stiffness, honestly, in my opinion. Purely preference. I've seen players excel with both, and holy cow, what a flick that would have been. Lethamyr is very close to bring this within one. Very, very close. I also love that you actually did exactly... Oh, that was nearly a phenomenal own goal. You did exactly what I was talking about. You just waited until the match was about to start, and then you all subbed to try and bean me. But it didn't work. It didn't work. Lethamyr doing a pretty good job to recover there after a solid demo by Scrub. A very all-in demo as well, it has to be said, because Scrub at the other end where he got that demolish onto Leth, he used every last ounce of boost to get that. Missed flick by Lethamyr. He's trying to do a very close to the car flick there. That's the sort of flick where you just take one touch and immediately afterwards you want to hit the ball as soon after as possible. It almost acts as with like a self-pinch, for lack of a better description. Lethamyr, good fake challenge. And oh my word, the reverse 45-degree angle flick is good. It is very good. This is certainly one aspect of the game where Lethamyr is going to excel more than Scrub Killa. Those backwards flicks at speed. Something that I see a lot more from North American 1v1 players. Also, I've seen Devo using it to great success. But maybe Devo would consider himself more of a North American playstyle than other European players. Oh, another almost great own goal by Lethamyr. You won't be interested in that though. Opts for a great half flip challenge as well. I love the confidence, using all his boost for that. And he'll get the equalizer. Well played. That was really, really well played. He knew that the best line of attack there was to go backwards, which isn't usual. It's not normal in 1v1. Oftentimes going for half flip challenges or even backwards challenges can be very risky.
Hey, boy.
Hello, Nano Waffle. No. Rather, Josh Burke is... I can't believe I just tried to read the name of a sub in chat and it moved, and I read the wrong name. I suck. Scrub gets revenge on that hard-earned goal by Lethamyr with a kickoff goal. One of the most frustrating things in 1v1 is when you just get your hard-earned dribble goal shut down by a kickoff goal from your opponent. Hook shot alert for Scrub. Lethamyr could have set himself up. That is phenomenally done. I love it. So good by Lethamyr here. He can hook way to the right of the ball here to try and put this top left, but Scrub knows that, and Lethamyr sees Scrub sitting back at the top left post to try and defend what he expected to be a much, much bigger angle on the hook shot. Instead, Lethamyr, the confidence to just pass it to himself off the near post. Very on point. Good to see an even match for game one. Scrub Killa showing that dangerously good 50-50 that I talked about though. Dangerously good 50-50. He's been looking so good with his challenges today. Not scared to opt into one of these. K-Dop-esque style of play. No player yet to throw in a mind game. Something that we want to look out for as we get into the final minute. Mind games, always something that are more likely to work in Rocket League with how defensive players like to get. Oh, nice cut by Lethamyr. We're all tied up again. Great balls by Lethamyr to go for a slow play here. He did not rush himself at all. Great control, even with the 1.0 stiffness camera, to not overcommit or overturn on that dribble. What a pizza control. I couldn't say it better myself, Spectre. Next goal could be the winner. Great speed by Scrub. He was up preemptively there. Even get a slow roll. That is really smart. Knocking a couple of seconds off the clock, although with how long there is left, it's almost certain Lethamyr should be able to fashion a chance. Look at the camera is actually going to slow down there. It is slow motion in that replay, indicating that Scrub did not even touch the ball since the initial win in the race to the ball in the midfield. Speaking of wins in the race to the ball, Scrub's going for it again. Lethamyr this time shuts the door. He holds the door in memory of our beloved friend, the one and only, who no better time to bring him up after the start of the new season of Game of Thrones. And Scrub's almost certainly going to let this drop. Oh, never mind. A little bit of cheek at the end there. by the youngster. A little bit of cheek at the end. After showing the discipline to let the ball hit the floor in the situation where he was about to take the lead. And there's Scrub showing that the showman lives on, even in a serious show match. He wants to give the fans what they want. I do have to give Scrub a lot of credit for how he has grown as a streamer over the past, I don't know how long he's been streaming, probably half a year or so. Still, to this day, one of the most successful Rocket League streamers. I do wish he would make a YouTube channel. It's all you guys in my YouTube comment section scaring him away. You're keeping him at bay. You need to let him come to YouTube and lay an eggplant. Good control by Leth. Scrub getting punished for the overcommitment to this tackle. Scrub is just looking for a 50-50 there. He didn't want to give Leth space because he's seen that Lethamyr's reverse 45-degree flicks are not to be messed with. I'll have to pay attention next time to how much boost Lethamyr is using on face-off. This is something that Garrett G pointed out to me after his match against Lethamyr in the NA Invitational, which did go right down to the wire. Garrett realized about halfway through the game that Lethamyr was saving about 20 or so boost on the face-off, and using that strategy he was able to win the race to the possession almost every time. Tough air roll shot by Scrub, does go on net, but Lethamyr not only saves it but keeps it under control. Late movement off the wall, but Scrub's deft fake challenge.
Hey, Johnny boy.
Managed to keep Lethamyr away from danger. Very, very interesting match. Great pop by Scrub. This should be a tie game if he doesn't mess it up. The dribbling control of Scrub continues to improve as time goes on. It has to be said, Lethamyr's dodge there did not make a lot of sense. He was trying to cover both the mind game angle and the challenge angle. But unfortunately for him, he only really covered the mind game at the end of the day.
Hey, Johnny boy.
Manages to catch the ball off the wall, trying to pop it back towards the back post. It was pretty tough for Lethamyr, even with his wide view, to know if Scrub was making a challenge in that situation. There's a 50-50 again. Scrub is not afraid of Leth's 50-50s. I'm sure Dapper wants to get a quick coaching session with Scrub on how to deal with Lethamyr 50-50s like Scrub does. And there's that monstrous flick once again. Scrub Killa showed us earlier he doesn't want to give Lethamyr space, and this is why. What a flick from well outside the box. Just booms it in. The acceleration on the ball there, certainly up there with the best in the world from that position. There's still a great chance here for Scrub to tie it up. Saved by Lethamyr. Always guarding his near post there. He knew the danger of moving too far into the goal, but Scrub has just pressured him right into his own half. Tied it up once again. Oh, Lethamyr, he certainly did not want to pop that ball as into the middle of the field as he actually did. Interesting to note that same problem still to this day plagues pro players and Grand Champion players. Difficult to tell your brain to stop boosting. Your brain's thinking, well, you want to get to the ball faster? Let's boost. That helps us go faster. And then you accidentally boost past the ball a little bit too far. Take away the angle that you were looking for. That's a great bump by Scrub. And the loop around and the finish. I did warn you, Lethamyr might need to be careful for the aggression that comes out of Scrub Killa. I think, honestly, a lot of Scrub's games and practice games against Jesse Pinkman can be the reason for this very aggressive looking version of Scrub Killa. He says so himself that he's a very annoying player to play against. He never leaves you alone. He doesn't give you time on the ball. He loves to throw in little fake challenges to try and mess up your timing. Oh, that's a great early dodge by Scrub. The only way that he would have been able to save that is if he did exactly what he did and the ball dipped a little lower. I want to highlight this, even though it did not work. It's still really smart of Scrub to do that. Notice that his car was in the right line, albeit too low. It was an unstoppable shot for the position that Scrub put himself in. So credit to Lethamyr. Credit where credit is due. Both players played that to the best of their ability. And no, once again, this is not a money match. This is a pride match, a show match. And do not fear, we will have more European Invitationals, more North American Invitationals. Definitely something that I'm interested in making happen. Kickoff goal left, kickoff goal right. We're on the same goal differential, just one number higher for both players. What do I think of the Muffin Men? I think the Muffin Men's performance at DreamHack was delicious. It was nothing short of delicious. That's all I've got to say about that. It's going to be sad when they get picked up by an org that they'll no longer be called the Muffin Men. Can they be called TSM Muffin Men? Can that happen? Counter Logic Muffin Men? Team Solo Muffin Men? It should happen. I like that Lethamyr is just going for the outplay there. Not so concerned about putting the ball on target. He's just looking for the possession. Trying to drain Scrub's boost, but look at Scrub following a smart line. He's picked up 4 small boost pads in a row there. So I'm sure when we switch to him, he's going to be just fine on boost, even though he hasn't picked up a big pad in a while. It's actually Lethamyr who comes out the lower of the two. Still so close. Game 1 went the distance. Scrub Killa edged it. Lethamyr has had the lion's share of possession in the past minute or so, but no chances of materialized. This is apparently a difficult word. And just like that, Scrub Killa has waited out Lethamyr's attack, starved him of boost. Lethamyr is trying to starve Scrub of boost, but Scrub's line in the middle of the field. All the time that he's driving around in the middle of the field, he's picking up these small pads. He's not feathering his boost. He knows the boost is at premium. When your opponent has the ball, they're dribbling it around the field. Because that's really smart by Scrub. And now he is just going to try and close this out with aggression. I've heard some casters in Rocket League say that this is just flat out the wrong thing to do in Rocket League, and I couldn't disagree more. I think that depending on the situation, defense can easily beat offense in Rocket League. I mean, it's a game where there's a ball and 3v3 6 cards. What's wrong with defending? So yeah, but that aside, neither is really right or wrong. Scrub Killa wants to defend for the final 30 seconds here. Just so happens that he's going to defend in a higher line than Lethamyr perhaps expecting. Fake challenge unsuccessful, flick equally so. 22 seconds. Good demo. Lethamyr will have at least one more chance, and a great chance at that. This is a phenomenal position for him. I want to see a long range 45-degree reverse flick. Leth, where is it? Goes for the mind game. Scrub stays low enough though. Honestly, I'm not too against that strategy by Leth, but with how successful his reverse 45-degree flicks have been, I would have loved to see him just go for it again. Stick to your guns. Why change what is working? I mean, I did say that mind games are more likely to work in overtime, but hey, if you've scored every single reverse 45-degree flick that you've taken, that's the one I would have gone for. From distance even, just launch it from the halfway line, see what Scrub will do. He might beat it in overtime. Or in the final seconds, rather. 2-0. This is double match point for Scrub. Lethamyr saying these could go either way with these kickoffs. In other news, the sun will rise tomorrow, probably. Most parts of the world, at least. Who knows? Maybe Lethamyr's living in Greenland at the moment. Do they have sun in Greenland at this time of the year? Probably. Oh, great dunk by Scrub, but Lethamyr's attempted save was the best that he could have done. Essentially a kickoff goal, as Scrub should be putting that into the net after Lethamyr loses the race to the boost. But Scrub Killa was there, flopping down on top of the ball. The only direction that Lethamyr could save it was the exact position that Scrub chose to be in. Now, will Lethamyr have the confidence to go back to the strategy that's been working so well? The front flip flick's not really working as well as the reverse 45-degree flick. And when I say not as well, I don't actually remember him scoring a front flip flick this series. So difficult to score flicks in these day and ages, even against a player like Scrub, who has said in the past that he just does not know how to defend against flicks. Scrub is mixing up his strategies so much here. He is trying to keep Lethamyr guessing, and now he's going to drop a what a save on himself in the chat because he might have gone a little bit too far out of his line. He's trying to bait Lethamyr into a flick there, but Lethamyr says, well, I mean, sure, buddy. You can't leave your net that far open. It's a great shot, though, by Lethamyr. We're all tied up here. Oh, Scrub being extremely cheeky once again. Lethamyr, unfortunately, getting bumped up there. Surprised to see Scrub not just take a slightly wider line there. for the sole purpose of starving the small boost pad, which Lethamyr did just pick up right now. Triple wow from Scrub in the chat. He did not expect this outcome. But there's a great heads-up play by the youngster. Before even checking what Lethamyr is doing, he does half flips, quick turn, and he's already jumped to pop that before it is even comprehensible for the human brain to send a message, or your eyes to send the message to your brain, to send the message to your hands, to input that double jump and front flip the ball forward. So it's a hard read there by Scrub. Hard read, hard counter to Lethamyr's strategy of choice. But Lethamyr is being put in some very, very rough situations here. The same can be said for Scrub. So far, he has dealt with it a little bit better, but this might be the choke that Leth is looking for. Lethamyr's presence here enough to draw out the misplay by Scrub. Look at that, the slight turn, the little bit of the pump fake on the boost just made Scrub jump. Lethamyr says, I made you look, as he ties up the game. 1 minute and 30 seconds in. And another race to the ball gets won by Leth. He hasn't had many leads this series, but he's got this one. A line that Scrub should honestly be expecting. I'm surprised that Scrub waited so long to go for that ball. Certainly a couple of unforced errors creeping into Scrub's play here, but he might have just been rewarded with another kickoff goal, and Lethamyr has only got himself to blame for this one. We saw his car bouncing high off the ball here. You know what that means. He did not hit the bottom side of the ball, or at least not the middle enough. And now at least he gets rewarded with the kickoff that has served him best this series. A great shot on the face-off attempt, but Scrub covering very quickly, and he's just going to rip a long one, and that is going to go the distance. Lethamyr, blind turn underneath the ball to get rid of the danger. He knows Scrub might just have made a early movement in there before seeing Leth's line of play. Pretty sure Lethamyr's been playing off sound cues as well to the latter half of this match. Scrub Killa there, showing us why it's sometimes better to pop the ball with a flick and not a double jump. He did get beamed out of the air, and now Lethamyr is going to give Scrub a goal with the exact mistake that he just capitalized on. Cheeky little wave dash by Scrub though to close the distance, put the ball in a little bit faster. One goal is the difference. Scrub Killa, if he holds on here, will be victorious. And I'm sure that won't surprise many people, but what a finish by Scrub. Blind jump over Leth. And then he's just going to squash it in. He just rolls right over the top of Lethamyr, who is trying to trip him up there. Cheeky play. Lethamyr has to dig deep now. He's managed to tie the game so many times this series, but yet to be rewarded with a win in OT. Scrub's shot there was a little bit weak. Lethamyr taking a risky line into the corner, it has to be said. Oh, Scrub. Low shot. Trying to mix it up. He often likes to go high for double touch plays in that position. Scrub with a clean whiff there. Nothing more to be said than huge misplay by the youngster from Edinburgh. Just shows the pressure that Lethamyr is able to instill in his opponents. The Scrub is so worried about the time that he has taken to recover that he's going to go up a little bit too fast, understeering the problem there. 2 minutes 5 seconds. Lethamyr going for another trip up. Does get a little bit of Scrub, but not enough. Low shot once again. Lethamyr saving 12 boosts here. He's trying to be tricky, and he still has a little bit. If nothing more, he's fashioned a position in Scrub's corner, and he's stolen the boost. Scrub is extremely low in boost here. Great flick by Leth. Scrub would have had to pre-jump. Leaned all the way back, like his life depended on it to save this. Did he have the option to grab one more boost pad? Technically, but Scrub, he always prefers to stay as close to his goal line as possible to give himself the most time to react to the close range flicks. Lethamyr is playing pretty heads up though in attack. Not many mind games, not many low 50-50s, especially compared to the likes of Fairy Peak and Gate up, but another early cut by Scrub. Should be a goal. He's missed it. Huge miss. That might be game-winning opportunity for Lethamyr. Good timing on the boost respawn. Refreshing to 100, and now the low 50-50 does come in. This is a complete change-up from what Lethamyr was doing earlier. So smart. He's gone for high flicks every time this game, and he baits in Scrub. Scrub not even challenging too high to miss the ball there. He did get a piece of it, but not a big enough piece. 6-5. What a different game this would be if Scrub just took that open net to give himself a 6-5 lead. He will have the 6-all though. Lethamyr is floundering. A good piece of control by Scrub. The pop and then the front flip. Starting with what looks like an air dribble, but instead of lifting it twice, he just gets behind it, dodges through it. Lethamyr continues to be impressive in face-offs to the latter half of this game though. It has to be said, Scrub, if anything, you can beat him if you can make him tilt. And Lethamyr, the ways for him to do that are mind games, flicks, low 50-50s, kickoffs, and maybe save that shot. It ain't gonna happen, it's just too good. The small aspects of Scrub's game are just so solid that we often don't give him enough credit. He just is so difficult to keep at bay. Just when you think you might have forced him into the corner with no boost and you could just tackle him in the midfield, he just rips a long shot at your net. Is this another diagonal kickoff for Lethamyr? No, it's actually this slightly offset. Not many face-offs working for Killa right now. Finally he's able to get one. Notice he's not really hooking the ball like he used to. Instead looking for the push play. Oh, it's a great first touch by Scrub. This might be a goal. Good recovery by Lethamyr, not for the first time in the last passage of play. Scrub again with a great setup, and he's followed through with the point blank range finish. Great play by Scrub. 7 boost, crossbar, gets a little bit fortunate, but the faithful are rewarded. Scrub saying, did the ball go really high there for you? Apparently he did not expect his shot to be that high. Good dodge by Leth. Keeping himself in the game. A kickoff goal there would have almost certainly been a death sentence, but he needs more. He tries it. Flick that's been working so well and he misses it. One more chance. Scrub has fired from distance. Nerves coming into play. I would like to see Scrub do the squishy muffins line of play there and try to time waste. But time is his friend regardless. Lethamyr 25 boost. Can he even keep it up? No, he can't. Scrub Killa 3-0. GG's. EU gets revenge on the DreamHack, but Lethamyr wants to be a 7. Honestly, I'm having a good time casting these games. Press 1 in the chat if you want another game. I'm down. If you want another game, let's see some ones. Where are you, Twitch chat? You've been spamming all night. Where are they? Show me them. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I see them. Okay, yeah. Okay, you can stop. Yeah. If Lethamyr loses this, he will tilt until December 2019. Because he has just lost 3 games by a single goal. And Scrub Killa is saying, please stop failing your flicks. That's a good clear by Scrub. Really notice how he even looked down there. He had the camera swivel straight down to see what Lethamyr is doing while the ball was above him. And he's going to come out ahead despite Lethamyr having the boost advantage once again. Lethamyr says he never fails flicks. I could count at least 3 that I remember. Except when it's on purpose, kappa. Spoken like a true Highland dancer. How old is Leth? I think he's 18 maybe, or something like that. But no, I'm not making fun of Highland dancing. Of course, that is something which is pretty popular in Scotland. What a read by Scrub! Hold on a second. This is no easy goal to commit to with confidence. Who needs ball cam when you know where the ball is in both time and space? Scrub just proving to be too good right now for the Canadian. Canada, I believe, the 2nd most ginger country in the world, only beaten by Scotland. Lethamyr, the 2nd best 1v1 player in this lobby, only beaten by Scrub Killa. What else? Oh, another cheeky wave dash. There's been lots of wave dashes this series to try to open up shot opportunities, which would otherwise be unavailable, of course. And a decent flick by Leth, but in all honesty, Scrub's challenge timing here is a little bit off. If you notice when the ball's bouncing, Lethamyr has no difficulty popping that as Scrub turns. I really thought Scrub was making a fake challenge there. Are wave dash kickoffs going to be the next big thing? No, they kind of waste more boost than regular kickoffs, so I don't really see the point. Don't really see the point, if I'm honest with you. It's not faster and it uses more boost, so Why would you do that? Can Scrub recover? Yes, he can. Well played. Lethamyr again. Lots of boost, but not able to do much with it. Scrub going for a lot of tight angle shots here. No double touch attempts yet, which does make me a little bit worried. I'd like to see Scrub going for double touches in this sort of position. If you can just get underneath the ball there and double jump underneath it and then fly after, it's something that I've seen him have great success with in 1v1. Great success. So maybe he's just too afraid of Lethamyr's point blank range goalkeeping. Maybe he just had faith in his direct shot. I won't do you guys the injustice of talking over another diagonal face-off goal. Scrub Killa, in all honesty, just has to go a little bit faster on these. He's doing fine on pretty much, well, he's doing well enough. Scrub apparently got a save there. It was close though. Chooses not to take a line sharp up the wall. Confident that he had adequate distance. And there's the demo. Jesse Pinkman fanboy, eat your heart out. Lethamyr should have seen this one coming. Oh, as Lethamyr's camera pans down, all he sees is a supersonic boosting madman. Scrub has gone savage. And another wall shot. This time it will be successful. It was quite good. Scrub will be kicking himself for not saving this. As the shot comes in, Scrub is definitely a little bit further back, and he might have tripped on the goalpost if we look at the line that his flight path took. Still, one win would be a victory, I'm sure, for Lethamyr, just for him to know that he can beat Scrub today. He has beaten Scrub today already by a single goal on Scrub Killa's stream. But the score on the day stands at 4-1 for Scrub. If we include both of the, we include both the games that they played on Scrub's stream, which were ranked games. They were not private games.
Hey, Johnny boy.
Oh, hello. Personally, I would say that Scrub Killa is a little bit better. Oh my word. Well, I don't think that was intentional, but it's savage nonetheless. I was going to say, I think that Scrub is probably better at throwing away wide open nets than he is scoring his easiest chance of the entire series so far. No, what I was going to say is he's better in show matches than ranked. And how on earth did this go in? Scrub, what are you doing? I don't... Is he laughing too much to save this? What is this? What is happening? Well, Scrub Killa, I have nothing more to say. I was going to say that you're definitely better in show matches than ranked matches, and then you go and do that. Sort yourself out, hen. Sort yourself out. Oh, there we go. He's nearly sorted out. Nearly sorted out. I hope that wasn't a donation for a prize pool, because I already said so many times today, no prize pools. If it is a big donation for a prize pool, I'll put it into a future tournament. But as far as EU versus NA, I'm going to stop using EU versus NA prize pools for a while, unless it's EU versus West Coast, maybe on an exactly similar ping server. But this is just too volatile and different with how dodgy the servers have been since a couple patches ago. A lot of early shots by Scrub once again. Curious to see him doing so many of these, as most of the time that he has been scoring, it has been consistent pressure.
Hey, Johnny boy.
The early shots from inside his own half have been somewhat successful, but not as successful as the consistent pressure. Lethamyr feeling the pressure though, nonetheless. And yeah, I'm sure you guys have all guessed it by now, but I'll catch up on all the alerts I missed, and I did miss a few of them. I did miss a few during the series, but I'll catch up after this series. Scrub desperately wants to get the bounce dribble going. This is going to be a tough one though. 50-50, the safe option. The one that he does settle for. Beautiful pinch though. Fortunately for Scrub, no boost to chase it. No boost to chase it down. Anybody asking about turn off chat on screen, I'm going to be honest with you, I forgot that I had it on. Great dodge by Scrub, by the way. I'll be honest with you, I forgot that I had it on, and since it's been on for like, 2 games before I realized, I just thought to leave it on. What a save by Scrub. Not a moment too late in his arrival time. There have been a lot of beanbag moments for the series, and this game in particular, but some phenomenal mechanics from both of these guys in terms of recovery. Lethamyr looking for the infield dribble. He wants the angle that he can then work with. He needs to be so careful though. There's been lots of times this series where Scrub has lulled Lethamyr into a false sense of security. Scrub's certainly better at saving boost when he doesn't really need to be using it than his Canadian counterpart. I'm surprised that Scrub didn't go for a demo here. Lethamyr almost certainly low in boost, and yes he is. Scrub maybe not getting a hard read on that. He's not obviously able to see Lethamyr's boost like we can. And another great flick. This is a huge play by Lethamyr, capitalizing on what I am going to call a misplay by Scrub. Backing off that far was unjustified. Lots of boost was stolen and being used, or stolen by Scrub and being used by Lethamyr. Fake challenges once again unsuccessful for Scrub. He needs to man up at the end of the game here, or it's going to be one win to Lethamyr, the win that he so desperately wanted. This might be the beginning of confidence for him, and a good recovery is going to mean it will be one game to Leth, and the series goes on. What initially started as a BO5, Scrub got challenged to the best of 7, and he has accepted, perhaps at his own demise. Still possible to tie it up, but unlikely. And the ball will go down in some location. In or out, it doesn't matter. But a very, very close game once again. It could have been one goal. And in all honesty, it should have been a win for Scrub, in my opinion. In my opinion, he had a great chance to bump Lethamyr. Lethamyr was super low on boost. Scrub had about 40 or 50 to his name, and he was already going supersonic, and the ball was bouncing above him. If he just gunned for Lethamyr there, got a bump or a demo, instant goal. Instead, Scrub ran away from the ball altogether, gave Lethamyr a dribble, which instead reverted in a flick goal. What a shot by Leth, though, to start game 2, or game 2 of the comeback. Haha, saved. Game 2 of the comeback. Scrub has got to be very careful. These have been close games. Excuse me, he did let his guard down for just a moment last game, beating an open net, and then also getting outplayed consistently by Lethamyr's flicks. Scrub needs to man up. He needs to revert back to the aggression which he showed us in the first 3.5 games. Because right now Lethamyr is starting to mount a very, very real comeback. And with how annoying Lethamyr's playstyle is to play against, I think both of these guys extremely annoying to play against for just about anybody. Scrub has got to be super careful. Should honestly be another goal for Lethamyr. Not as much boost as I anticipated, but there we go. He's going to secure it nonetheless. 3-0. Scrub Killa is in a lot of trouble right now. He has yet to save a dribble play by Lethamyr this game. And kickoffs continue to favour the Canadian. Scrub Killa will have to change something up. Like I said earlier, I think he just has to either use way more boost, get there faster. Beautiful by Lethamyr. This is so smart. If he wants to tilt Scrub and win the series, this is how you do it. Frustrate the boy. Frustrate him. Don't go in his half. Keep it in this half, Leth. You can do it. Keep it in here. Yes. No. Oh, well, I mean, it'll do, but we could have done so much more. It doesn't matter if you score. All you need to do is shut the door on Scrub. Keep him in his own half. Ironically, by keeping the ball in your half. I'm going to catch all these alerts after. I can't see it right now. I hear a donation sound. If you do miss your shout out because you have to go to bed, don't worry, this video will be up on Sunday the 30th, I believe. YouTube, correct me if I'm wrong. Was I right or am I wrong? This is my song. Scrub. With the first aggressive challenge that I've seen from him in a while. And it is the first successful one as well. Yeah, Lethamyr. Bad first touch. And trying to follow up as if it was a good one. Should probably have given up on that one. Is this going to be another one for Scrub? It's out of Left's reach, but he does well. He couldn't reach the ball, but he could reach the position where Scrub was about to hit the ball. Scrub will find success off the backboard. I'm surprised that he hasn't gone to the backboard more this series. In all honesty, I do want to see Scrub go for the backboard more. He's been very grounded, and that's good for keeping your opponent on the ground, which they can then be exploited by going to the backboard or indeed the air. Well, Lethamyr should have a 2-goal lead right back under his control, though, and he will. 4-2, 2:48 remaining. Lethamyr was able to react to Scrub's approach in that situation, which is bad news for Scrub. Lethamyr's camera settings proving to be very useful, though. I love it. Yes. No. Your half's the other way, Lethamyr. It's the other way. Where are you going? Just keep it in your half hen. You want to win this series. It's not just about winning this game. It's about tilting Scrub right into the next game. And I saw Lethamyr and Squishy both putting that strategy to great effect in the NA 1v1 Invitational, where they just keep the ball in their own half, keep it in the back corner, refuse to even give their opponent a 50-50 with defensive territory. And I'm sure that there will be a few people in the chat, or indeed the viewer list, who are not aware why this can be such a potent strategy. If we just think about angles for a moment. Think about angles. If Lethamyr has the ball in his back corner and he brings Scrub in to his corner with him, and then Scrub tries to 50-50 with Lethamyr, just think about where the ball can go. If it goes straight over Lethamyr's head, usually in Rocket League, that would be a win in that situation, in that 50-50. But if you do it in your opponent's back corner in 1v1, you're just going to put it straight into the back wall, and it's going to bounce over your head on the rebound, and suddenly that's a really bad situation. And if we think objectively, there's only really two good directions for the ball to go in a back corner 50-50 in ones. One of them is straight into your opponent's goal. We do see that sometimes. People go for a hard read, get the dunk, and it just pinches straight into the net. Really only applicable if your opponent's sitting on the outside of the ball. The other, straight up in the air. Acceptable. Straight up in the air is okay. With that's something that we would not be too sad about if we were, say, Scrub Killa in this position looking for a 50-50 with Leth. Oh, here's a double touch attempt that we've been looking for. Very close to the wall, though. Lucas Scrub comfortably able to recover despite never really being on for a shot. Aerial mechanics pretty on point for this guy. Oh, Scrub's just left the openest of nets that I will see all day, I'm sure. The fake challenges continue to be unsuccessful. These are very, very all-in fake challenges by Scrub. Not the sort of fake challenge that we're used to seeing from him or other players like Devo, where they just pump fake the boost and turn for a brief moment. That was a pretty heavy fake challenge, and Lethamyr just says, mate, your goal's wide open. How do you guys feel about the crowd sounds, by the way? I'm loving the amplified crowd sounds. Something I only discovered recently, despite them never being an addition to the game. They've been there since the beginning of Rocket League, as far as I know. I don't think they've ever been changed. But recently I've just been loving having crowd sounds louder than game sound. Particularly after casting the Rocket League World Cup, which is going to be airing, well, if you're watching this on YouTube, today. Exactly 2 hours after this video goes live, unless I've mixed up my days. Hopefully I haven't. If I have, sorry. You might have missed it. I hope you didn't, though. It's going to be good. Lethamyr, 35 seconds away from closing a series. A little bit more. Chooses not to go for the boost steal there. Instead, trying to get an early outplay. And he's got it. That's so well done by Lethamyr. Dinks it towards the net. Off target, though. There's the subtle fake challenge from Lethamyr. Contrasting Scrub's farmer all in on it. Scrub gets a bump, but no demo.
Hey, Johnny boy.
It looked like it could have been a demo, in all honesty. Scrub will be yelling Psionics, please. He goes for the early challenge. I don't disagree with that plan, but it won't work this time. Lethamyr, not for the first time, going to dump the ball on the goal line at 0 seconds. Scrub says that he's beating it. It all goes back to that open net miss. All goes back to the open net miss. He's going to regret that one. If this goes to game 7, I don't know if Scrub's going to be able to lock down even a player with as much experience in show matches and 1v1 as he does, it's going to be so hard to play at his best when he most needs it. This could be the game of the series. This could be the one that determines the winner. Well, of course it does. Okay, it has to be, doesn't it? Killa forced into the orange team. He wanted to take the blue away from Lethamyr. I'm sure Lethamyr's green Dracos don't look quite as good on orange team. Although green and orange go pretty well together. Red and green a little bit too Christmassy maybe. Pink and green, oh no, don't even get me started. Yellow and green, what is it? A desert with cacti? What a flick though. Lethamyr has honestly stepped up his game so much in terms of the front flip and side flip flicks. Combining the two there, finding the top corner at speed, that's the key. Lethamyr's flicks never slow, always going faster than his car is once the ball leaves his bumper. Cheeky little ground pinch by Scrub, gains him some territory, but Lethamyr still has the possession. And this is the exact place where Lethamyr wants to have possession. Good shot, Killa reads it, and a nice pop to the back post. Able to secure boost and possession with that touch. But this is exactly where Lethamyr wants to be. He would keep Scrub in this half. He would keep Scrub in this back corner all day if he had to. And a great delayed dodge. Gets the outplay. Lethamyr, what was this? I just want to watch this again from Scrub's POV. That's pretty nasty. The player who's been getting outplayed on the ground, apart from the flick game, is not just adapting in his style of flicks, but bringing new things to the table in Game 6. Top corner beckons. Killa does well not to waste any boost on what was an unstoppable shot if it was going to go bar down and in. Killa is getting literally wrecked right now. Lethamyr on the comeback trail, and once again says, come at me, Scrub. Where are you at? I'm over here. I've got the ball. I've got the goal lead. You want it? Come get it. And that is what happens when you feel the pressure, when you feel the squeeze. Lethamyr, once again, 3-0 off a huge miss by Scrub. Scrub's not moving after that one. He is in full contemplation of his actions, making a quick prayer to ask forgiveness for missing the open net. In Game 4 it was. And now we've got a very interesting series in our hands. Still plenty time for Scrub to come back in this one. He's not going to be thinking about Game 7 just yet.
Hey, Johnny boy.
He's going to be firmly in Game 6, looking for the comeback. But Lethamyr's just looking so solid, imperious almost. And Scrub giving away possession once again. That is not good enough for the player many consider to be the best 1v1 player in the world. He is being dismantled. It is undeniable that Scrub may have been the start of his own demise, but Lethamyr has been the one who built upon that foundation, the solid foundation which was Scrub's open net miss. Lethamyr is adding to it, goal after goal. But there is a 1-goal comeback. Important to note that it is before halftime. Scrub's just going to be thinking to himself, if Leth could put 4 past me in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, then I can definitely put 3 past him in the same time. But once again, Lethamyr kickoff champion, looking for the air dribble dunk, and he gets it. Killa is beamed once again. And I'm not going to skip this replay. I know you guys want to see it. Scrub doesn't want to see it. But Scrub is one very, very small Edinburgh dwelling human being, and you guys are probably a combined greater size than he is, so I'm going to be a little bit more afraid of you for the time being. More low 50-50, Killa beamed once again. Lethamyr is trying to recover, and he does so well. Scrub with a great save, but to what avail? Absolutely none. 6-1. Look at the one camera stiffness doesn't seem to phase Lethamyr at all. He's just going to skate around there, just slide around. I guarantee you Killa is not trying to bring this to a Game 7. He does not want Game 7 here. But Game 7 is looking more and more likely with every passing second. Let's take a trip to South America, continue the series from there. The next thing to happen is for Scrub to 8 to be existing. And unfortunately for him, scoring a goal might not even be helpful for him at the moment. What a turnaround. Lethamyr showing great promise and showing great belief in himself. What was initially a best of 5. Every game going the distance. Every game getting separated by only 1 goal. He politely requests one more game. One of the best of 7. Scrub Killa, always the honourable competitor, gives him what he wants. But will he regret that decision? Will North America take a 3rd huge tournament victory? I mean, we've had a few little tournaments recently, X Games. We've had DreamHack Atlanta, and now this is just like it's like, well, I guess this whole analogy I should have gone backwards, because they're the icing. This is the cake. The cake is currently being constructed by Lethamyr. He's eating it as well, because it already has the icing and the cherry on top, which were DreamHack Atlanta and the X Games. Huge stage here in front of, let me just check the viewers real quick. We have 2,256,000 viewers. That's got to be a record for Twitch. Absolutely huge. Thank you all for tuning out. Half the population of the country I live in, all in one Twitch chat. You're being so well behaved. If you consider how many people are in the chat, it really does change your perspective on how much people are spamming. Because for a chat to be filled with over 2 million people and it to be only moving, I don't actually know which way I need to point, that fast. I had to really quickly look at my OBS. That's not too bad, you know what I mean? Not too bad. Well, good on you, Twitch chat, for not overly spamming. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I really feel like Scrub would have had to score that chance if he wanted to make the comeback here. How on earth does Lethamyr do this? It looks like he's already lost control of the ball. Then out of nowhere, it just gets accelerated 7-fold. Oh, one more chance for Scrub maybe. This has to find the back of the net, followed by 3 more. How can there be 2 million people watching if there's only 70,000 people in the world? It's a good question, honestly. Spoken like a true stoner. I think that might be it though with that kickoff win for Leth. He should be able to kill enough time to get the win here. Just has to play keep away or solid defense. Dodges the demo. That really was the only way Scrub could have scored and made the comeback happen. That is no longer what Scrub needs to be thinking about. He needs to forget about his troubles, forget about everything that's gone wrong in the past 3 games, because this is game 7, and if these guys ask for a game 9, I'm going to say no, because we had 1 extension already, and this extension would have had to come from a pretty even situation if we're going to give them another one, which of course we're not. This is it. This is game 7. This is the ace match. This is the match point. We said there's no prize money. Obviously, I was kidding. This is for $1 million. Ugandan dollars. How high are you, Johnny? It's 2,000 viewers. No, it's 3 zeros higher than 2,000 viewers. Can you not read? Try and call it even. Well, if they do that, I'll leave them to you guys. You guys can tear them apart like the vultures that you are if they really call it even. As soon as Lethamyr says call it even, Scrub readies up. Alright, Scrub Kill a slightly worse ping here, but it's about the same. Let me just really quickly say in chat, Scrub, start 1-0 up, please. Oh, that's not please. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, Lethamyr knows. Okay. Good. I accidentally deleted the message after typing it, but there we go. We're going to start this with Scrub 1-0 up because he did get disconnected from the last game while having a 1-goal lead. However, Lethamyr will have more time to find the equalizer than he did in the previous game, which Scrub DC'd from. So this is honestly quite fair. This is perfectly fine, in my opinion. Scrub is asking lots of questions to Lethamyr at the start of this game. Lethamyr has an answer for the second one. A wide line by Scrub. Opens up the flick range that we've seen Lethamyr have great success with. Shaky save from Scrub. Usually that's the kind of save which he's able to get clean to the side and then recover and take a shot quickly. But Lethamyr is all over the place now. The momentum might have swung in Scrub's favor with that short break. A short break which I might add, certainly not an intentional break by Scrub, as he was he disconnected moments after scoring. Steam has been plaguing us today with lots of weird disconnects. Great shot by Lethamyr. It's on net, and that's going to be 1 goal difference. Lethamyr playing very well in the wall. Low wall situations. He's able to wait long enough to make Scrub think that he can't get the ball over the top of him, and then as soon as Scrub makes a move forward, Lethamyr just puts it into the open net. First time that he's done it in a while, but it is such a difficult thing to pull out the bag in once, because not often do people just vacate their goal to go for a wall challenge. Pretty smart use of ball cam there by Scrub to keep an eye on Lethamyr. That's one of the situations where even with Scrub's low stiffness and zoomed in camera, he would not have been able to keep a track of Lethamyr without ball cam. This back and forth is almost leading us to the exact same scoreline and time that we had when Scrub disconnected from the last game, so karma certainly shines on us today. Scrub up to the catch. Position that he often goes for, the half volley. The catch will not fare him well. Lethamyr quickly recycles that challenge into his net. Extremely risky for Scrub to carry the ball so close to Leth's goal before making a proactive play. All tied up, both in games and in this final game scoreline. It is final game for anybody just tuning in. And now Scrub reverting back to what has been working for him all series. If nothing else, the demo plays are certainly in his favour. Lethamyr with another chance from the midfield. Double jump pop and crossbar down. Bar down and out though, and Lethamyr goes for a really tight angle shot. Scrub so fortunate, I'm not gonna lie. Beans the flick, but accidentally follows through with the front end of his car. Chopped pop. Coming to Manfield night. Lethamyr did not have to go for that shot though, it has to be said. He would have had time to just dribble the ball into the corner, take the boost for himself, much like Scrub is now doing. It was only his greed to get a goal immediately that resulted in him getting scored on. And the mind game by Scrub. Lethamyr with a great recovery though. Look how fast he's right back into the play. 1 goal still separates them. Another chance for Lethamyr to flick. He just goes for a mind game. Both these guys bringing more mind games in the final game than they have in the rest of the series combined. Lethamyr has shown great speed this game. Multiple extremely fast recoveries in dangerous situations, and another low 50-50. Lethamyr is going low so often. In the final game he decides to change up from his high flicks, which have worked so well, and he has scored at least 1 low 50-50, but not many. Bit of a messy half flip, but clean enough. That is what matters. Scrub does well to back Lethamyr into his own net. And he's thinking about going for a bump. He's actually got it. No way, Scrub. He's missed a rebound, but that was sick. The blind bump was pretty good. He's going to be so triggered that he couldn't finish that off, because that would have been the perfect goal for him. We're all tied up once again. I'm sure you guys are going to be happy with this. I know I am. OT game 7, I'll take it. I wouldn't mind an OT in game 7 here. Oh, Lethamyr with the fast cut. Scrub has done it wrong again. He misjudges Lethamyr's line. Lethamyr is there too fast. Oh, just getting enough height to take that over Scrub, who has just thanked his fans and family for supporting him to throw this. Of course, no one will be happier with this throw than my YouTube comments. If you're a fan of Scrub Killa, never ever read my YouTube comments about Scrub. So harsh. So, or me, honestly. The most harsh is towards me, but the second most harsh is towards Scrub. But all that's harsh right now is Lethamyr's savagery. He is committed. He is so committed to these low 50-50s now. It's like his entire gameplay up until this point was a prank, and now he's showing Scrub his real hand. He says, by the way, I'm gonna flick high every single time, by the way. Yeah, you better jump high into challenges, because I'm gonna go high. The last game, nah, just kidding. I'm gonna go low every time from here on. But Scrub does get the kickoff goal. A rare kickoff goal for him this series. Although not rare in his career. Lethamyr just booms one right back though. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody score kickoff goals like this as much as Lethamyr, where he's just able to open up a shot from a bouncing ball in the midfield, just push through the ball so much that he deflects his opponent off it, and then he's just able to recover and slam it home. Lethamyr looking for a bump here. Scrub's got to be careful because he does have the ball on top of his car, but this time Scrub is the one who has the chance, goes for the early shot, misses it. That is huge. Triple thanks in the chat from Scrub. He is on his last tether here. And he has to go early. He knows that. This time Lethamyr goes too high. Another huge chance for Scrub. Surely this one he will finish. And he does. 43 seconds. Scrub has trailed this entire game apart from the 2-1 lead. Oh no, you might have a 3-2 lead. Never mind. Don't listen to my stats, man. I don't have anyone in my ear telling me what to say. I just have the 2 angels on one shoulder and the 3 devils on the other. Final 30 seconds. This might be the last chance that Scrub gets with this boost situation, and Lethamyr playing so solid as he is, but a chance opens up regardless. Scrub fires down and out. Lethamyr has gotten away with giving Scrub an opportunity, and he might have just taken one at the other end. No, the bar for both players is going to be the savior. Both players have plenty boost here. It is all down to this. Can Scrub get the ball past Lethamyr? No, he can't. The flick is off. No time to get the boost in the corner. Scrub can't get it over Leth. Surely Lethamyr has done it. He has reverse swept Scrub in what was an epic crossbar challenge at the end of the game. Bravery from the Canadian in the last challenge of the game. He double jumped for that. He double jumped for that challenge. If Scrub faked him, Leth would have looked like an absolute clown, but well played. He's reverse swept Scrub. And a little bit of Scrub reverse sweeping himself. I'm not going to let him forget that. That one open net miss. What a change of momentum. Huge change of momentum. And even the slight blip for Lethamyr when we had the restart, he was able to put that aside and close this out. Great adaptation by Leth, mixing up flicks and low 50-50s a lot more than Scrub did. Scrub not going for enough aerial play in my opinion. He showed Lethamyr that the ground game was his main offensive strategy, and Lethamyr adapted to that quite wonderfully. And the only thing that is left to say is, where does eggs come from? Where does eggs come from? Truly, NA is greater than EU. NA, right now, in Rocket League, is the greatest. This is what a time to be alive. This is a very rare thing in esports. A very rare thing.